Adjusting to college is an important milestone in many people's lives. However, this adjustment is different for different types of people. Whether one is coming from in-state or out-of-state, each experience varies. Coming from a place far away may be intimidating, impacting the adjustment to college. Coming from a town close by gives a student a sense of familiarity, making the experience an easier adjustment. Another factor to the adjustment is a personality type, because this affects their social life and what they do in their free time. College is a new chapter in our lives of living on our own, and this transition is different for everyone.
First, let's talk about the experience for a student that is from the state of Michigan. For most of us, the transition of coming to MSU was fairly easy because of the proximity to our own home. Being so close to home gives a sense of comfort, meaning that if we ever needed to go home or felt homesick, it would be easy to get there. Being in a place that is somewhat familiar can provide confidence when a new student is adjusting to the new lifestyle of college. Also, from being an in-state student, one may know many other people around campus from their high school or hometown. Having people that you already know makes it easier to expand a friend group on campus. These connections make the adjustment to college easier and more comfortable for in-state students.
Students that come to MSU from a different state may have a totally different adjustment than those that are in-state. First, traveling from far places across the country can be stressful. Trying to figure out what to bring and how to fit everything in a suitcase and hop on a plane seems quite difficult to me, as I am only 1.5 hours away from East Lansing. Being from out of state also means it may be more difficult to visit home, and they aren't able to go home as often as in-state students are. This could be intimidating for out-of-state students and could make them feel homesick. Out-of-state students are not as familiar with the East Lansing area as those that are from Michigan. People who live in the state of Michigan hear all about what goes on in East Lansing, whether it is about sports or whatever is happening around campus. Most out-of-state students don't know much about the campus as others, which can be an intimidating factor. Some students from out of state come to college without knowing a single person. This is a major factor into adjusting to college. Forming friendships can be difficult, especially when there are so many other students that know people from their hometown already. Because of these factors, the time it takes to adjust to college comfortably can take much longer. We interviewed an out-of-state student to see her experience on the adjustment to college.
Okay, this is Lauren, and she is from out of state. Okay, Lauren, where are you from?
I'm from Cleveland, Ohio.
And why did you want to come to MSU?
I was really looking at Big Ten schools around where I live, so I visited like Indiana, Wisconsin, here, Ohio State, and really just out of all of them, I really liked Michigan State.
Okay, how was the transition coming to Michigan State?
Really hard.
Why was it so hard?
Because I didn't know anyone. Nobody from my high school or towns around me came here to Michigan State, so I came here not knowing anyone.
Okay, and what was the best part?
Joining a sorority, definitely, because I met a lot more people, and I actually met 5 or 6 people who are from Ohio. So that was nice to meet people who were from Ohio and also more girls who are from Michigan.
And how do you feel like your experience differs from someone in-state?
They probably knew people here before they came. Again, I came here not knowing anybody, so it was pretty hard. So they probably were able to adjust better knowing people.
All right, thank you.
No problem.
A person's personality also has a strong impact on how they adjust to a new environment. Someone who is very outgoing may have an easier time making friends than someone more reserved. A typical extrovert may spend their time at parties and being with people. These people are most likely more social in general and make an effort to reach out and make social connections. On the other hand, the social aspect of college may not be the primary focus for an introvert. Instead of partying and hanging out with a big group of people, an introvert may choose to relax and lie low by watching Netflix or spend time with a small group. The type of personality one possesses influences what kind of activities they take part in. An extrovert may be interested in joining a fraternity or sorority. These organizations introduce someone to so many people in just a matter of weeks. The ski club or being involved in a sports team also might appeal to an extrovert because they will be surrounded by lots of people in a very upbeat environment. Being around these large groups of people will easily help a student make tons of new friends, whether they are from in-state or out of state.
An introvert may be more interested in smaller groups or clubs that aren't as overwhelming. Michigan State has hundreds of options that students can choose to be a part of on a smaller scale. For example, the yoga club, the radio club, or even an archery club. There are so many different things to be involved in that will fit any personality type or interest. The toughest part is finding out what it is.
The whole transition of living away from home without parents is also a key component to college life. Students are responsible for getting up on time, doing their homework, laundry, and other responsibilities without their parents being there to remind them. Some people may already be independent and responsible, so this transition is easier, whereas others may have depended on their parents to do things such as laundry and wake them up in the morning. If a student was so dependent on their parents when they lived at home, juggling all the new responsibilities may be difficult, making the transition to college much more complicated.
The adjustment to college is different for every person. The transition of living on your own may be challenging or enjoyable depending on how comfortable someone is with moving away from home. Each experience is unique depending on your background and how you engage with your peers. Someone from out of state may experience something completely different than someone who is in state. Similarly, an extrovert's adjustment to college is probably much different than an introvert's. Regardless, over time, each student will make East Lansing home in their own way by adopting the trait that each of us all share: the pride of being a Spartan.